Everything's better with the dog, man. Everything's better with pets. So I think it's really just being a champion for those warm and fuzzies we call family members. It's a privilege. Martha was one of the earliest people that I had met here in St. Pete, and has arguably become one of my favorite people. And then I had a chance to work at Great X, and I was running their capital campaign several years ago. And there's a pet exhibit, and there was an opportunity there to kind of it was an easy putt to get the two organizations together to talk about what was going to be the next iteration of that exhibit. And luckily, I think for all of us, there was just kind of right place, right time, and I think SPCA was in a big sort of formative push several years ago. And Great X was really looking for not just someone to come in and take over the exhibit, but someone that really had the authority and that could really sort of spread a greater message throughout all kind of the touch points for the museum and the community and all the other services. And it just was a great marriage. And so this is Luna. Luna's our lab mix, and she was from another organization. And you know, she's kind of all my wife. My wife lovingly was like, I want a real dog. And I want another burpy, farty, smelly dog like Gary. And so she found her through an organization that our friends had gotten a lab rescue, and she's been tremendous. Like, she is just the sweetest thing. She is a wonderful guard dog, but she's mama bear all around. And Gary, my boy over here, not the brightest bulb in the box, but he's got it where it counts. He is a Boston, and I went to BU for grad years ago, and I've just always loved the breed. And there was an opportunity several years ago. He's going to be 8 in December. There was an opportunity to through an organization in Portland to get dogs, and they called me one day and they said, "Hey, we've got Boston puppies, and they haven't hit the website yet." And I said, "Why don't you just send me a photo?" And so they sent me a photo of him with 2 others, and I knew it was him. And I was going out to dinner with my wife, and I got a really nice glass of wine with her, got myself a nice glass of bourbon, and I showed her the photo, and I said, "I'm cashing out." I was like, I'm putting all my chips on the table, I'm cashing out. Anyway, so he's just kind of total comic relief. My wife, she's like, what is Gary's purpose? I was like, his purpose is just to make people happy. Yeah, that's kind of what he does. So he's my boy. And then about maybe 2 months ago, 4 pounds of fury over here, Wanda, named after the Scarlet Witch, so I'm really proud of my daughter. We have a tree right here in the back, and so she was born actually underneath our neighbor's house. There was a litter of kittens, and I was upstairs hanging out with Luna, with Gary actually, and heard Luna just barking incessantly, and went outside, and Wanda had just perched herself in this tree and was just Luna was just sitting there barking at her, and she was just spitting at her. And a couple of days later, they had trapped her. My wife is very strong proponent of rescue and that type of thing, and I never quite understood it until we got her. But literally within a day and a half, they had sent me photos of my dog, like just progressive, like 3 or 4 photos. It was like, hey, she's in a crate, and then now it's like she's on the bed, totally splayed out. And I was like, well, now I have a cat. So if I want to be active, Luna's the one to kind of go. Like, if you want to put on the sneakers or go for a run, go down to like the water and run and all those type of things, she's the active one. If I want to have a cup of coffee and just kind of mellow out and mosey, Gary's the one to take. So Wanda, man, she's really, I think she thinks she's a dog. So we kind of just kind of do all that. But we're very blessed that they all have their place, and they all seem miraculously to kind of coexist together.